Excuse me, Mr. Marais, shall I start now?
I don't care if you start or if you begin or if you come to a complete halt.
Right, well, I'll start the machine then.
Oh, you must be more specific. I didn't know what you were talking about, yes. Take another chance. Another chance, yes.
I wasn't sure if I even had to be here now, Mr. Marais, because I was sent from pillar to post in the first place.
Yes, well, you can go back from post to pillar. I can't hear what I'm saying through these terrible earphones. This horrible junk. I can't hear what I'm saying.
I wasn't even meant to be assigned to the program with you.
Don't you shout at me. These terrible earphones drive me mad.
Sports actuality. And over now to Kyalami.
Number 5.
Well, you find us very excited at the moment because we're about to talk to a driver who is new to the game, new to the sport of Grand Prix racing, and it's none other than Mr. Gert Orchid, and I'm going to try to get over, find out the way. Right away. I want to try and get over to him right away. Can you hear me, Control? Can you hear me, Continuity?
I think one of the jack wires pulled out when you tried to talk to the other man. We tried and...
I'm going to try now and get over to the pits at the moment and see whether I can talk to Mr. Gert Orchid, who is entering a V18 Madrigal. He's entering a V18 Madrigal. Have you got me linked up?
No, when you came over the other side, one of the cars pulled the whole wire out.
Well, I'm going to try now and get over to Mr. Orchid. I'm over on the pits now, and here he is, none other than Mr. Gert Orchid.
You'll have to speak up. I've got my crash helmet on. I can't hear.
I'm having terrible trouble myself, Mr. Orchid.
I assume you are talking.
What?
Are you talking?
No, I'm saying I'm having terrible trouble myself actually getting this broadcast because my engineer tells me that I'm breaking contact all the time with the SABC.
I can't hear what you're saying.
Tell me how you feel about taking part in Grand Prix racing.
Wait, let me lift up my visor. Perhaps that will help. Just a moment. Yes, what?
How do you feel about taking part in Grand Prix racing, Mr. Orchid?
Well, this is a V19. A lot of people say it's a V18, but it's not. It's a V19.
A V19. We were told, actually, on my cue sheet, I've got it written down as a V60.
No, it's a V19. A lot of people thought it was an 18 because you have to have balanced cylinders, right? This is unbalanced by having a 19, what's his name, number. Now this car, let me tell you something, this car is an Orchid Marais special. I put this car together with the financial support from Mr. Walter Marais, so therefore it is an Orchid Marais special, and we are going to clean up here this afternoon, I'm telling you.
Well, it's very exciting. There's only about 22 minutes to go before the flag goes down, and I can tell you, listeners,
it's on a 1922 Packard chassis.
Incredible that in 1974 we had this kind of design here at Kyalami. And as the excitement mounts now, only 20 minutes to go before they all shoot off and they get the flag. This is, my name, of course, is Peter Johnson, and I'm talking to you from Kyalami. Mr. Orchid, tell me something about the help that you got. Which mechanics are you using? Imported mechanics?
No, a very fine team of fellows down at Provada-Spruit who are absolutely outstanding.
Did you not
They've never been given a chance before, but I'm going to prove to everybody that these boys can do it.
Well, we're having a little bit of trouble, I think.
May I just say
something?
Can I
just talk to my assistant?
I'm sorry, you can't go on. You were off the air for ages then, man. Mr. Johnson, you're off the air.
Look, I seem to be having a little bit of trouble, Mr. Orchid.
I've got to get to the starting line.
No, wait a minute. Just let me finish interviewing you. I've only got
Don't you shout at me.
Your jack plugs were pulled out ages ago, Mr. Johnson. I can't
I'm having trouble. All right, Mr. Urquhart, I'll have to come back to you. I'll come back to you later. I said I'd come back later.
Was he saying anything about my spark plugs?
I'd like to send you back to the studio now and cross back to me as soon as you can. Cross back to the studio.
Yes, we seem to be having a slight bit of bother at Kyalami with Peter Johnson, our motoring reporter, but no, I've got the cue now. Everything seems to be okay online and the channel is through, so back now to Kyalami.
Funny, waar is hy stuk biltong wat ek vloog?
Right, we're back at Kyalami now, and I'm talking to Mr. Gert Urquhart at the pits.
All right, you don't have to shout. I've taken my crash helmet off now so that I can hear you.
Right, that's fine. I'm talking to Mr. Gert Urquhart at the pits. Mr. Urquhart, can you tell us very briefly why you didn't decide to import the Belgians or the French or mechanics?
No, I have got a wonderful team down at Pofouderspruit, and I'd like to personally just thank them very much, De Wit brothers, who assisted me in the construction of this vehicle. And if I might personally just send a special, not a request, but a message, a hello to Tiki and Tiny and Dafy. They were the three main chaps. And then there was also Fiona, who was responsible for the suspension lowering on this vehicle. And now you might think this is strange, but Fiona is quite a wizard at this sort of thing.
Is that so? Why did you decide against importing Swedish, British or French mechanics?
No, because I want to give these local people from De Wit Brothers and Pofouderspruit a chance.
Right. Well,
and we're going to clean up. Excuse me, I must get to the starting line.
That's right. Well, excitement is mounting now here at Kyalami.
Is my helmet on? Properly.
Excitement is mounting as this incredible winter trophy, and the 24 cars are now on the grid, and the flag's down their way. In case any listeners are wondering about the effects, the sounds in the background, or those car noises, those were the heats, the practicing that was going on an adjoining track. And Gert Urquhart is off now. He's screaming round, and it looks as though he's going to break all records here at Kyalami. He's going to break all records. He's done one lap in 15 seconds. An incredible time. 1 lap in 15 seconds.
Quick, the car is boiling. I want water. Quick.
He's back.
I've got to get back in the race.
He's back in the pits.
Pull it up. Right, here I go.
We apologize for the dead cut in commentary there, but the batteries have run flat. There will be an in-depth discussion with Mr. Gert Urquhart later on in the program. And now it's time for Barbara Make Fudge, then, with her special insert, Canapes and Recipes.
Have you ever been faced with the problem of repaying kindnesses by throwing a Saturday mid-morning spectacular to repay all those wonderful hospitalities which have been frighteningly mounting up on your desk pad? One clever friend of mine approached genius when she threw an ethnic tribal party at their 20-acre hideaway in Green Hills. The marquee was beautifully decorated with African murals on the tent flaps, and inside, rush mats, felt grasses, and knobkerries made striking centerpieces. She had even gone to the trouble of having small car radio speakers cunningly concealed in the tent poles and linked to the Southern Soto service of the SABC. There was a certain amount of disquiet when the guests were issued with blowguns to bag their own meal, which came in the form of dussies and jackrabbits in a central arena. But perhaps some of the initial uneasiness was taken care of through most of the guests wearing blankets as required dress. Her adaptation of the French salad with its butupap crumble and lucerne extract was a great hit, but her special version of the tried and trusted Brifles evergreen, often called meat on a wire by the uninitiated, was the entree that has really made her Madame Formidable among the beautiful people. Basically, the only change in the marinade is half as much curry as one would normally use, and finely chopped dried kikuyu grass and wood ash as an aid to the grilling. And needless to say, the fuel for her Renaissance table braziers consisted of Wachabiki Doringboom twigs which had been soaked in a very good apple brandy. If one has trouble with his recipe, or perhaps cannot get a suitable brine for the dish, it might be an idea to enlist the aid of your local butcher. Just pop along and explain your plight. But do remember to destroy the cash slip, though, as a careless mistake like this could put a damper on what might otherwise happily have been a Saturday smash.
We present Sports Probe, and tonight at the microphone, ace racing driver, Mr. Gert Ockert. Welcome, Mr. Ockert.
Thank you.
Well, Mr. Ockert, you were in, of course, the Winter Trophy, and you came 15th, I believe, which was a very creditable position, I think, for a...
Sorry, I can't hear properly. I've still got my helmet on. I am sorry.
Now, I was saying that in the Winter Trophy, you
Sorry. Yes, now I can hear
you came 15th. May I offer you some of this melon juice?
Oh, that would be thoroughly delightful. Thank you so much.
It's just freshly squeezed.
You know, motor racing is terribly tiring, and it's quite exhausting, both mentally and physically, as you can possibly imagine.
Now,
Your next question.
I've got a bit of a fever myself.
No, you didn't ask a question yet, did you? I'm
this
sorry, I'm jumping the
helps.
gun. The exhaust manifold.
Well, Mr. Ockert, you came... my goodness, I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. Anyhow, you came 15th in the race, and which is a very creditable position indeed. May I ask why you decided in the first place to go in for motor racing?
Well, because, I've been doing this sort of thing on my bucky on the farm for long enough, and I thought, well, why don't I show these boys on the racetrack? So there you are, and I would have won that race. I would have won that race, believe you me.
Really?
No, yes. The only problem was the engine mountings collapsed.
But this was a V19 special.
Well, it had to have reinforced engine mountings. Can you imagine 19 cylinders? You've got 18 going there side by side in a row, and you've got one big pot right at the top, all on its own. Now, this is unfortunately what happened. The engine mountings went.
Is it true to say that the car was designed...
I was doing laps at 15 seconds a lap.
I believe so. I was coming to that. You actually went round Kyalami in 15 seconds.
That's right.
How do you account for this, Mr. Ockert?
Well, because of the tremendous thrust and acceleration and power and performance and handling of this vehicle.
But how were you able to control the car? Going round in 15 seconds, Leeuwkop, Barbecue Bend and all those things. Those corners.
Look, you either have a talent for something or you don't.
Yes. Can you explain why you needed to come into the pits after each lap?
Well, the first time was when it started boiling. I came in for water. The second time was when a tire blew. The third time was when the fan belt went. The fourth time was the critical thing when the engine mountings went.
So all in all, you had quite a spot of bother in the Winter Trophy meet.
Yes, but I don't know. I was still doing those laps in 15 seconds.
Incredible, yes. Anything exciting in the race for you, actually, while you were on the track?
No, not really. There was nobody really there to give any strong, stiff competition.
No.
What's his name? Charlie Charlton and Joey Shaker. Really, with somebody like me I really expected something a little bit, but that's the way it goes.
And will you be doing more racing in the future, Mr. Ockert?
No, I don't think so, no. No.
So,
I've already decided I'm going in for, now don't laugh, roller skating.
Tonight on Sports Probe, you heard ace Formula One racing driver, Mr. Gert Ockert.
On my travels in and around the reef, I have often searched for a pudding, and I do use the word pudding advisedly. A pudding which has more than just sweetness and delicacy. A pudding, in fact, which would remind one firstly of the area one was in, and secondly, make one feel that one was proud to be in an area like the East Rand, where one was partaking of a pudding that was East Randy-ish, if you know what I mean. Well, I came across just such a pudding the other day, and this was in the form of a special kind of custard. Now, in fact, it was called Coetzier's custard cup. As one delicately started to pierce the outer crust, one was aware, albeit almost fleetingly, of just the hint of a cornflake crackle before one got to the exquisite flavor of the old brown sherry, which mingled with the cake and allowed a musky black-currant effervescent to almost smoke its way through to the taste of finely shredded coconut. I was last but not least very impressed with the receptacles they used to serve them in. Just ordinary hotel glasses, but painted a beautiful sunlight yellow to match the custard.
Wouter Maria will be back again next week with another Critique de Cuisine.
Before we start, Tony, why country and western?
Nostalgia.
Oh, I see. Yes. Well,
No, never mind all that.
Oh, right here, then.
I first became interested in the songs of Porter Wagoner on one of my many trips to the blue grass country. It seems that never will I forget the long-necked banjo or the blue hills of,
Kentucky.
Yes, here's one then. The sunset's hanging low.
Oh, lovely.
Every time I see you, Lucy, the sunset's hanging low, calling me back home, Virginia, oh so long ago. All my troubles seem behind me, now my Lucy's here. Let me find my horse and saddle, let me make the show. Now until next week, this is Turner saying bye.
Exposé. Every week at this time, we lift the curtain on normal services rendered. This week, bodybuilding.
Keep at it there with those legs. Keep those legs wide apart. Wide apart. What's the matter with you?
Mrs. Meering,
Yeah,
what
yes?
does I do with those barbells that have come here from Jackson's?
Put them into my office, please.
But they COD. What? The
Well-
boy said COD.
All right, we'll bring me the, how much they want?
425.50. Do you want to sign for it, Mrs. Meering?
Yes, I'll just sign here. Now,
Right.
go away, just put them in the office. You over there, standing on your head. I told you you must stay on your head for 15 minutes. You've only been on your head for 12 minutes. Who said you could get back on your feet? What do you think this is? A big picnic? You're here at a very, very, very kosher health studio, let me tell you that. Yes, what do you want?
Good afternoon.
I can't hear you, what?
No, I said good afternoon. I've come to try and see someone about...
You like a cigarette?
No, thanks. I thought if I come to a gymnasium, that's out, you know.
No, that's quite true. No,
I want to do something about my body.
I, on the other hand, will have one. You want to do something about your what?
I'd like to do something about my body. You know, honestly, I don't...
Your body?
Yes. For months now, I've been worried about it, you know. I mean, let's face it, I am probably a bit overweight, and I thought
You are overweight. You listen to me, my young friend. You know, you are absolutely obese.
I beg your pardon?
What's his name? You are rotund. You are.
Well, I know.
You are at least 450 pounds. How much do you weigh?
Look, I don't think one needs to get personal. Actually,
You know what this can lead to? Now listen to me, my child, really. This can lead to blood pressure. It can lead to a coronary.
Yes.
Coronary. You know, that's a terrible thing. hemorrhages. It can, all kinds of things, liver, kidney failure,
Well, I thought I'd come.
flat feet.
Yeah, I thought I'd come and see you because I want to look like a real Adonis. I want to. I'm quite unashamed about it. I want to look like one of these people who, on calendars and things like that. You know?
Ooh, I don't know how.
Can you help me?
I don't know how we're ever going to manage that.
But what about these people? Look at that fella over there. Isn't he gorgeous?
He is a very prime example of what a lot of training can do.
Look at
But
that.
when he came here, he wasn't your weight, let me tell you that.
Just look at those leggies. Oh, wait.
Yes, we'll look at your leggies too when we've got you in your little trampoline suit.
Right, shall I go and change?
Yes, right, quickly, hurry up, on the double. We do everything here on the double. Run, 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 run.
Right, here I am. I'm changed.
That
Now,
was
what
very-
must I
That was
do?
very, very quick. I must compliment you there.
Yes, well, I used to be a quick change artist. Any case, now look, what is your name? You Mrs. Maring, aren't you?
I'm Mrs. Maring.
Can you give me some idea of whether or not I can have a body beautiful?
I would say under the circumstances, definitely not. But we can try and do something.
I see, all
Now,
right.
these bottles, first of all, we can start you off here with Mince Maring's special Formula 5 health food. Here you are.
Yes.
Here is, this is,
Do I have to pay
breakfast.
for this now?
that's morning tea.
Yes.
That's lunchtime. That is dinner time. That is equal to one steak and one grilled steak with salad.
Yes, but now must I pay for this now?
Of course, yes.
Is this all
well, you don't
included?
have to have these things. I'm just selling them on the side.
I see, so it's all, nice. All right. Well, in fact, you recommend that I have those as well.
That's
Is that
right. Yes.
All right,
There is
fine.
nothing
Now, I'll
like
take
Mince
those.
Maring's Formula 5 health foods.
Look, honestly, Mrs. Maring, all
They
I
clear
want,
the
I want,
arteries,
I want to
the
look,
eyeballs, the nasal passages.
I want to look like these blokes here. They
All
are
right.
so gorgeous.
Well, we
I don't-
can't guarantee that, but we can try.
Right. Shall I start then with these? What do I do? Pick up this over here.
Yes, you can start by picking that big dumbbell up over there.
Right. Here I go. Okay. And now?
Well, don't just stand there. You haven't even picked it up yet. Pick it up.
Okay.
Now you must get it over your stomach.
Right. I've got it now. There we are. Like that. Yes.
Now don't cheat. You're holding it. You're supporting it over the top of your stomach. I can see you.
All right. Now I'll do it properly. Okay. Yes.
Now,
Yes.
lift it up to your shoulders.
Yes.
Now, run.
Okay.
Run! On the double! 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 Run! 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 Oh my gracious! Hello? I mean, are you all right?
Mrs. Maring, what must I do? The boy's at the
You.
door again. He wants,
This chap has just collapsed. Here.
hello.
Listen, this.
The boy wants COD again. It's another 585 rand for barbells. What must I do?
Well,
This is a cheeky one. It always gives me cheek, you know. And here's another account here from G&F Sales. They claim they sent you 4 trampolines. Is that right? Are you going to
no,
pay?
they only sent 3 trampolines.
Are you going to pay COD for all
Let
this?
me go and see these people.
Hold on.
Where
there's
are
another-
they? Are they
there's
out
another
there?
account.
Are they out there?
Yeah.
I'll fix these people. They think they can just mess me around like this, eh? In the meantime, that big fat slug lying on the floor there, put him under the shower. He passed out.
A sailor was sailing his sailboat.
Up the Vaal on a Sunday for fun.
With his paddle and sun hat, he travelled.
What a happy old son of a gun.
His demeanor was carefree.
And his brother was Geoffrey. And his transport was even more lucky.
'Cause the craft he was using for cruising and general therapy
That's out of beat.
Yes, it doesn't fit.
was a Boerter's batterproof bakkie. Boerter's,
Boerter's batterproof bakkie. Scoop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo-ah.
And now it's time for another in the series of Thoughts in My Dairy, written by J.J. Verloor.
The other day, while staring dreamily at the white liquid in those regimental glass containers, my mind was transported back many years to the days when car spotting was a most popular pastime. A sometimes listless farmer would temporarily leave his daily chores and make his way casually through the Lucerne fields to the national road. His honest blue eyes gazing earnestly at the S-bend that cut symmetrically through the veld ahead of him, he waited patiently for the 25-second experience that had become his own personal nirvana. The burly six-footer eased himself onto a rock, but even as the fabric of his khaki trousers made contact with a stone, the first strange strains of the 1899 Packard reached his ears. As the incredible contraption moved into view, the farmer rose with widened eyes, the better to adjust to the march of time. As the strange phenomenon approached his position, the farmer gave the thumbs-up sign of all go. The pilot of the automobile, responding quickly, drew up alongside the astounded farmer to discuss topical events and petrol rationing. Before long, the two South Africans had become firm friends, and the pilot of the automobile had offered the farmer a ride. And so, Willem ter Blanche became one of South Africa's first hitchhikers. The father, in the meantime, had been on commando, and the mother on flag filter king size. Just one more example of how South Africans kept up with current trends, even in the lonely veld near the town of Hendrina. Goeiemorning.
There'll be another in the series of Thoughts in My Dairy next week at the same time. The SABC presents Matinee.
Can you see all right, Mimps?
Yes, no, this is lovely. You know, we should come to the bioscope more often. I should have brought more tissues with me, though, you know.
Don't be silly. Yeah, I've got a big handkerchief if you need it later on.
Ooh, look at that. The photography these days is so incredible, isn't it, you know? Look at that thing.
Well, you only smell nice.
I beg your pardon? Mimps, this man next to me here has got a snake around his arm. He's got a pet snake.
Where?
Over here, look.
I want some more of the coconut fudge. Right.
Well, if he doesn't stop playing with that bucket, eating sweets, and just now they were eating apples. If they keep on like this, I'm telling you as true as anything, I'm going to make a performance here. I'm going to make a show.
No, please, Mimps, now, please control yourself.
No, but it's true. They've been munching boiled sweets, eating apples, throwing the corns.
Excuse
Just
me.
enjoy the film.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I come here, I pay my money, I'm trying to watch the movies, you know. I can't see with that hat you got on, man. How can I see when you wear a hat in a movie house? Hey?
Well, what do you want me to do? Take the hat off, then?
Well, if you'd please be so kind.
Please, Mimps, people are starting to.
Quiet.
Look, Mimps, look, isn't that view beautiful, eh? Isn't that lovely, eh?
All these people make
Lady,
me so upset.
please take off your hat. Do me a
I'm
favor.
not taking my hat off. Now stop spoiling the whole film show. I am going to call the manager.
Go and call the manager then, man. You can't frighten me. I paid my money for the seat. I paid my money.
All right. What's going on here? What's going on?
Well, this man over here has got a pet snake around his arm.
And he's also chewing sweets non-stop. And he told me to take my hat off, and he's spoiled the whole show for me and everybody.
Excuse me. I see you are both smoking. You know, that's a bylaw offense.
No, I paid my money to see it in the movie house.
Mimps, put out your cigarette.
Yeah,
I didn't know that
kick them out, dude.
They couldn't smoke.
They've been smoking,
Look, I'm
yeah.
terribly sorry.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to charge you, because
Darryl
this is a
Jooste.
municipal by-law.
And also, how can I see, Mr. Manager?
Why
sir?
don't you people all shut up? We're trying to watch the film!
Please be
I'm
quiet.
terribly sorry. Look, would you, you sir and you madam, would you please come with us? I can't allow you to,
But what about this man who's been
Yeah, that's
disturbing
right.
the
They
whole
can
film?
also share
What
the
about
hat
you?
on, you know?
No, come along.
Yeah, the
come
hat
along. I'm
on.
terribly sorry.
Yeah.
You both just come with me.
Well, I don't know why I wasn't on the show vote, and I'm quite upset
Well,
about
if
it,
you
actually.
people-
And I'm also very
Well, you
upset
people
about
will have to find out next week why you went, and stop nagging me, all of you.
can't
You're all
really.
driving
All
me
right,
crazy.
well, I'll find out next week then, baby. All right.